There's something I've always wanted to post on YouTube, something I've always wanted to draw fan art of that I've actually never really, I kind of procrastinated on it many times. And part of the reason for that, I assume, is because it's a show that I've watched, but I've not actually watched a lot of it lately. But it's something I was thinking about recently. Do any of you remember the show LEXX? Or have any of you ever heard of the show LEXX? Okay, so where do we begin? So LEXX was a kind of um, sci-fi sort of deal. It's sort of a sci-fi series. I think it was made in Canada. And I think it started in 1995, the year I was born. I don't know how long it ran, but it's a show I've watched a little bit of. Like I've watched I watched the 4 TV movies that led up to the series being picked up, and I sat through at least one entire episode from after the series was picked up, but I've never really gotten back to watching the show, and I kind of need to. I have the show on DVD, and according to one of my brothers, I have at least most of the series on DVD. I don't have the entire series, but I have the first 4 seasons, presumably. The series followed these people on a starship, the LEXX starship. It's an interesting show. I've seen some of it. I still haven't watched more of it lately. It starred Brian Downey. He's pretty funny. He plays Stanley Tweedle. He's like the idiot hero of the series, basically. There are some episodes where he acts like a whiny B-word stirred, kind of like George Costanza from Seinfeld. But other times he has his heroic moments, kind of like Fox Mulder from the X-Files. The lovely, sexy leading lady, Zev Bellriner, played by... there were 2 different Zev Bellriners. The first one played by Eva Haberman. Zev Bellriner spelled with a Z, and there was another one. The original one was killed off, I think, and revitalized as a different being named Zev Bellriner with an X, Zev Bellriner. And she was played by Xenia Seberg. And then, of course, Michael McManus as Kai. I don't remember too much about him. Now, you're probably wondering, why the heck am I talking about this show? Why the heck am I discussing this? Well, if you guys ever check my most popular videos on YouTube, it used the most popular filter, you would know that somewhere in the 200 or 300 views videos, I did actually post only one LEXX fan art. I only did one LEXX fan art, and that's a very cheesy fan art drawing of Eva Haberman as Zev Bellriner, the original Zev Bellriner. It was drawn back in 2018. It's kind of cheesy. My art style has improved a little bit since. I've always wanted to go back and redraw that because there were a few mistakes I made, most notably the bottom of her mini dress. Any of you who remember the pilot of LEXX, where Erbo was introduced, remember she started out wearing a gown and then ripped the bottom half off. So she wasn't naked from the waist down, but like the bottom part of her gown was ripped, so it became a mini dress. I drew the mini dress clean cut. That was wrong. I want to go back and fix that. But not just do better fan art of Zev Bellriner. I want to draw Stanley Tweedle. I want to draw like the other Zev Bellriner that replaced the original. Any of the other characters, maybe even some of the one-shot characters. Maybe even do like I did with some of my other favorite TV shows, like the X-Files and Sesame Street and Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, and do like episodic fan art, like cartoon fan art interpretations of my favorite scenes from certain episodes. I just haven't gotten around to doing that yet. And part of the reason why is because I think LEXX, despite a lot of people claiming they know the show, I think LEXX is kind of a cult classic. It's a sci-fi fantasy series. You know, a lot of sci-fi shows have their fans. You know, I'm a huge fan of the X-Files. The X-Files, however, is a lot more popular, I think, especially as it's now owned by Disney because they bought 20th Century Fox a few years ago. LEXX, I don't think is quite as well known, but here's the thing. I still want to draw fan art of LEXX. It's just my YouTube channel is so small. Even in spite of that one Zev Bellriner picture getting a lot of fans, I don't think realistically a lot of people are interested. But if you guys want to prove me wrong, let me know down in the comments below. I'm still probably going to do more LEXX fan art anyway, just because it was a cool show, and I kind of want to. So even if you guys don't tell me, because I know 99% of the time my comments on YouTube my videos on YouTube don't get any comments, either because YouTube's turning the comments off, or YouTube, they didn't turn the comments off, but they aren't putting out the video, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm probably going to do the LEXX fan art anyway, but I just wanted to do this video for you guys to see if any of you remember LEXX. Because I feel like it's a show that, again, kind of a cult classic. Not a lot of people talk about it. And that's pretty much all I have to say. No copyright infringement intended, of course. Fred Rogers Productions owns Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. I can't mention that in the description because YouTube's not letting me write descriptions or tag my videos lately for some odd reason. But thanks for watching. Again, if the comments are open, please let me know if you guys remember LEXX. Thank you.